This is Around the County.
Hello and welcome to Around the County, a first choice workspace here in Wantage, New Jersey. I am your host, Cat Maione, and I am here today with Frank Cunha. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So Frank is a very well-known architect, right? Yes, it is. But you are here as an artist, which is wonderful, you know.
Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed artist. Hey, listen, those are the best, right? With the knowledge that you have from architecture, I can see all those ideas come into place in, you know, you do a lot of your work in the computer, right?
Right, a lot of computer work.
Right. So that's nice to have that freedom,
right? So
tell us a little bit about that.
So I'm a triathlete too, so like every morning I try to do a swim, a bike or a run. Like I try to stay active. I also do like a little bit of weightlifting, like, you know, lightweight. Try to stay in shape, keep up with my kids. So when I get back from the gym, I usually, you know, have my breakfast. And then before I hit the computer and I start taking phone calls and checking emails, I like to sketch for 15 to 20 minutes. Sometimes it's half an hour, 45 minutes. But usually I try to get at least 15, 20 minutes. And it just gets me in a good state for the day. Like I notice like sometimes I'm too busy and I don't have time to do it. And I just have more anxiety, I'm more stressed out. So just taking that, you know, 15 to 30 minutes to do some drawing really makes me feel like I'm loosening up, like a warm-up. It gets me really creative for the day and less anxious.
Right. Which is great. So a sort of like meditation for you, right? Yeah. I can imagine that from being an architect, when you work on a project, there are probably limitations on, I guess, budget or whatever you're building. So there must be a tension that is broken when you're able to just do your work as an artist.
I think that's one of the big issues that I face being an architect is that there's a whole team around you. Like I just told a client the other day, it was myself, the couple, and the builder, and I said, we all have three visions of this project. And at the end, the result is going to be like a marriage of all the visions. So I've worked on a lot of projects over the last, 25 years, and I've just seen that it's not fully your vision. So with the artwork, it lets me go, I'm my own client, I don't have to worry about budget. And lately, what gets me calm is doing more classical, traditional buildings and vignettes. So I've done Ukraine, I've done Portugal. I've tried to focus more on the traditional stuff. I'm trained as like a modern architect. I went to school at NJIT, and I'm very proud of my experience there. But everything was focused on modern, postmodern, everything like crazy designs. So I kind of like, as I get older, I really appreciate the more older classical style.
Yeah.
And it kind of ties the world together because there's like these beautiful classical buildings that exist like all over the world. Like it could be Cuba, it could be the Ukraine, it could be Portugal, it could be even the Philippines. Like there's a certain aesthetic that is worldwide. So I usually focus more on European heritage because that's where my family's from, and I spend a lot of time in Portugal. And that's really what brings me to a nice calm state of mind, is to focus on those vignettes and those views of European architecture.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm really a big geek for history, and I love the Renaissance. So I really love, traditional, classical, like rebirth. Yeah. That's what I really love.
Yeah, and I saw some of the work that you brought to the gallery, just the detail.
Yeah, I love detail.
Yeah, I love it. It's really nice. I mean, you can really transport yourself, and I can see you, kind of in your zone in the morning doing that.
So right now you have the black and whites, which was shown last year. We have Architecture Week in Montclair, and they were on exhibit at the library. And those are black and white, but I also do color. But the black and white to me, I think, leaves a little bit to the imagination, and it looks a little bit more architectural. Like once you throw the color in, some people may like it, might not like it. I do pastels, and I like a lot of color, like flooding my work with color. And I think that might turn some people off. So I think the black and white kind of speaks to the architecture side, like line, it's almost like opening up a sketchbook and seeing the line work. So these are done on an iPad. So it's electronic, and it's quick and easy, and something I really enjoy doing. I hope other people get pleasure from it as much as I do.
I'm sure they will. They will. And you can come to the gallery and check out his work. And you know, I know that it's good. I wonder if, because it's a hobby to you, like a lot of the people that I have been talking to, this is what they do full time. With you, it's different, right? Is there a time where you actually put something on your iPad that you weren't able to accomplish on your actual day-to-day work because of budget or other stuff? Like, or do you completely separate yourself because that will kind of frustrate you when you have to actually work on your?
Yeah, I mean, like on my LinkedIn, like some people commented, you know, oh, you know, we love what you do. How does this translate into your career? I think they're kind of separate at this moment. When we had like our economic crisis, like, you know, a long time ago, feels like a long time ago, back in like 2008, 2009, I did some photography. I even did some weddings. I call it photographic artwork, where it would be photos and then I would embellish and do post-production edits. And I had a lot of fun with that. But then I got to a point where I was even doing like some shoots for, you know, different folks, and it turned into like almost like a job. And I kind of really didn't like the deadlines and I didn't like the stress. So for me, right now, it's purely a hobby. You know, I really love it. And there's famous people, like I said, I'm a history beat. Like, oh my goodness, I'm having a brain freeze. Churchill. And Churchill was a watercolorist. You know, and like a lot of famous people, you know, do artwork as a release. So I think if I made it a business, I don't know if I would enjoy it as much.
You wouldn't get as much as you get from it. But you can definitely see it on your work. It's beautiful, the detail is there, and you can see the love when you look at it, which I think is great.
Well, it's all about emotion and trying to, you know, evoke emotion in the audience. And I do it for myself, but I'm always happy to share my work with others, and if it brings joy to them, that's what it's all about.
We really appreciate that here, and I'm sure people will appreciate it. June 1st, we're having an opening. I'm sure John told you, so definitely come in and check it. And if people want to get a hold of you for anything, is there a website or something where they can go to?
Yep, they could go to fc3arch.com.
Awesome, you have it. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure meeting you, and until next time.
Thank you very much.